How's it going, nerds? Welcome back to 2 Point Hospital. I hope you're having a good one because I'm excited to be back. Today, we are going to be jumping into a new hospital. It's not going to be a wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey hospital. It's going to be a normal hospital. It's going to be Tumble, which is all about breaks and bruises. So, probably going to need a fracture clinic or two, or just one really big one. Probably two. Welcome to Tumble. This small town attracts tourists from across the county to climb Tumble Ridge and hike along the Tumble Downs. Lucky for us, this generates hundreds of fractured bones each year. Cha-ching. We'll need to build a fracture ward to deal with these injuries. I recommend building a standard ward and other essentials too. Make sure to keep everyone warm with some radiators as well. Tumble has been known to experience seismic activity, so look out for earthquake warnings. We'll need janitors ready to deal with any damage. So we're starting with 200,000. We immediately have a letter to deal with temperature. So, basically, I'm thinking that we have two entrances. What way do we want to do this? What way do we want to do this? So we could do two reception desks, right? Instead of one of the big reception rooms, we just do two reception desks by each door. That's probably fair enough, right? So we'll just do something relatively basic like this, and we'll go to the other side and kind of do the same thing. So it's going to be going over about there. And I guess we could do like a waiting area beside them. I don't know if that's going to be a great idea, though, or if we should just do something like this, like a GP's office there, and just do a bunch of them. Honestly, a few GP's offices wouldn't be the worst idea. So what if we just did like this, right? We'll start with two GP's offices. We'll make them pretty much identical as well. So we'll do a couple of filing cabinets. We can do a nice triangle table in the corner. We can do a fire extinguisher by the door. We can do a nice radiator, say, there. We can do a nice plant in that corner. We can do a rug, I guess. I guess a rug is going to make the room a little bit nicer, so we'll do a nice rug about there. We can do a certificate can go up here. I also realized I don't think I put the dog portrait up anywhere in the last hospital. I must be ill. I mustn't be feeling like myself today. So that's definitely going in there. And we'll copy this guy. We'll put it over on this side as well. And that'll be all right. Now, I do also want to look into hospital policy, right? So I need to remember overview, right? So policy. This resets for every hospital, which is a bit annoying, but we're going to promote staff automatically. We're going to fast-track treatment decision. We'll bring the threshold down to 85%, and that way we can hopefully, you know, not have massive queues for the GP's offices. So that'll be fine. And I think what we can also do is we have a bit of money, right? We do have a bit of money. So what if we grab general diagnosis? And we'll put general diagnosis sort of, you know, it'll just be kind of a normal general diagnosis over on this side of the hospital. But I'm thinking we put it on this side of the hospital. On the other side, we do cardiology. So we're kind of keeping diagnosis relatively close to the GP's offices, which is kind of the point and kind of what I'm hoping we can continue to do. So I guess we'll see. I guess reptile dysfunction. That thing's ridiculous. I love it though. That's kind of great. That's kind of great. I do. I think I'm gonna want a couple of those. Let's do the certificate right about there though, just to make the room a little nicer. And I'm gonna just put another plant in the corner just to make the room even nicer. So that'll be general diagnosis, and then on the other side we do cardiology. So again, we're trying to keep all of the diagnosis stuff relatively close to the GPs. Hopefully it works out. Okay, this doesn't look too bad. I went for some different benches. These are space benches, and I think they're floating, which is fine. I figured I would change it up a little bit rather than going for the same ones. I've also got all of our staff in here. They've all been placed where they need to be, except for some janitors. So Sandy Lane is pretty good at a few things, including ghost hunting. And I guess we'll get Sabrina Humbug as well. So you can both work there, and now all we need to do is pick the uniforms for this hospital. So I'm thinking that we'll go... I do like the high-vis orange. I do, but we could maybe go for... I think we'll grab this one. So we have... You've got dark, and then you've got darker. I think we'll get that, but we'll go high-vis orange and apply that to all janitors. As for assistants, we could get the inverse of what they have right now. Which... Sure, we'll go for that. For nurses... We have enough to get both of these, so I might as well. I don't hate the pale green, and I don't hate the pale blue. I think we'll go pale green on that, though, just so it's a little different as well. And for doctors, we can't afford anything new, so let's change it up and go for... let's go for the green trim this time for the doctors and their uniforms. We might have a Dr. Horse at some point, but for now, everything's fine. So we'll let everybody go about their business. I am thinking that we're probably going to want to get some bathrooms in here and also some staff rooms in here. So if I go to toilets and I go and say, you know, do something like this, right? We could do a door. We could do a door right about there. It's going to be a relatively small bathroom, but I think that's okay. So we'll do this. We'll get ourselves a sink, which can live right about there. And right about there. We can do a couple of hand dryers, sort of in that corner and about there. And hopefully I can do a radiator in here. I'm hoping that we can... No, it doesn't look like it's going to let me. That's a little frustrating. I could get one there, but I don't think it would look right. I can do there, though, so that's fine. Fire extinguisher, sure. Plant, no, not going to happen. But that's all right. So that's going to be a little toilet right there. And what I want to do is copy it and move it to that spot. And then all I need to do is sort of flip it around a bit. I'm not even going to bother moving the cubicles and stuff. We'll just sort of put the hand dryers down in this corner this time. And that'll be... Oh, what's invalid? What's considered invalid in this? What? There we go. So that's another toilet, which is great. And then what I can do is I can go and say staff room. And I want to do a staff room like here, and I'll do one in the same place on the other side. And that way we can kind of potentially double up on, maybe double up on, hold on a minute, let me get this thing sort of right. Is that about right? Does that look, that doesn't quite look symmetrical, does it? Kind of annoyingly. So there and there. That looks okay. It looks weird, but it looks okay. We'll do a nice little triangle table. We can do a little retro TV kind of by the door. We can do... Oh, what else have we got in here? Radiator for sure. Want to keep the place nice and warm. We can do a plant. And that'll be fine. So that's going to be a staff room. It's nothing fancy, but it does the job. We can copy it. And we can put it right about there. Now... what this is going to do is a couple of things. So I can go to items, I can get my space bench, and I'm going to put space benches kind of along those walls. I'm going to come over to this side, I'm going to do the same thing. So there, I'm going to leave a gap in front of the doors on both sides. And then what I can do is I can grab a radiator. We can put a radiator there. We can put a radiator on the other side as well, which I think I've done right, haven't I? So radiator would go about here. And I guess what we can do is put a leaflet stand there. I was going to put a plant, but I want to try this thing where, you know, maybe plants don't like being next to radiators. So we'll see how that goes. Now, we need a fracture ward and we need a ward as well. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that we maybe look into more diagnosis stuff. Maybe. Because we do have some options. We could also go into research. We haven't done research in a bit. Or maybe we hold off thinking about it. I think a fracture ward is going to be kind of important. It is the whole point of this map. So... oh boy. Maybe we do like a big fracture ward right there. So kind of right in the middle of everything, we have like a big fracture ward. I don't think that'd be the worst thing, but I'd also maybe like to change it a little bit, because what if we did this, and then what if we took it sort of off of this bit, right? We can do a ward door there, and then we could do the other ward on the other side. Now, obviously, the fracture ward, these beds are huge, so it's not quite as it's not going to be as packed necessarily as the other wards, but I think that's all right. So traction bed, we can basically go and say, I don't know, 1. We can do 2. We can do 3 of them. It's probably not going to be enough, but I think it's going to have to do. And I think that's just how it's going to be for at least the start, right? For now. Later on, I'm sure we can manage to, you know, improve this a little bit. But for now, we'll kind of, you know, just do it this way. I'm also going to put these guys in here just as sort of decorations, even at weird angles and stuff like that, just so we can, you know, make it look like there's actual movement around the room. Not everything has to be laid out perfectly. Radiators, we can do... I don't think I can get one there. I can't get one back there either. So we'll do a radiator by the bin, and that'll smell great. We'll do a radiator up there as well, and we'll do a nice plant, and that's probably all right. So that'll do for the fracture ward. We're gonna need a nurse for that, but we're also gonna need a normal ward. So what we'll do is pretty much the exact same layout, just in reverse. So up to there, entrance there, and, well, I guess the desk goes on this side. And then this thing goes about here. This'll work. And there we go. We have a pretty good looking ward, if I do say so myself. We got some art in here. We got the tables. It's actually a level 4, I think. So that's not too bad. And it gives us plenty of space to put radiators and benches and all that good stuff too. So we'll do a couple of benches here. We can do another couple of benches there. We can do probably some drinks machines. And I got energy drink machines as well. I unlocked a couple of new things. Also luxury snacks. So, you know, we fancy now is what we are. In terms of radiators, I'm thinking here. I'm thinking there. Keeps that middle spot nice and warm. I'm thinking some leaflet stands next to the radiators. And then I'm thinking some plants kind of on this corner. And then I think we just go ahead and put more benches in there. Not that I think we're ever necessarily going to have massive queues outside of the wards, but just to be sure, we'll do that kind of thing. And then on the opposite side, we could do some benches as well. So we'll do this, and we'll do this as well, and maybe some normal, like a normal drinks machine there and a snack machine there. And that'll probably work out. And we could even maybe go ahead and do something like a plant kind of right about there and a plant right about there. Makes the place a bit nicer. I think that looks all right. I do. I do think that looks okay. We'll do a plant there as well, and we'll do a plant right about there just to make those spaces kind of nice. And I guess we'll do one there, and I guess we'll do one there as well. We're going to put some rooms in those spaces and in those corners. So we'll kind of, you know, have the space, and I think we'll do one there as well. So that's kind of going to be where the room takes up, and same with over here. And I'm thinking probably psychiatry, but we'll find out. Either way, we need more staff. We're going to need 2 more nurses. So you can manage a ward, and you, Raj Tootsie, or Toot Sweet rather. Sure. All right. We're probably going to go broke. We are probably going to go broke. We have probably brought in way too many staff. We've got too many rooms. But you know what? We'll see how it goes. You're also apparently stuck, so you can live there. And yeah, we're going to figure out how this goes, I guess. And it looks like the first patient from the fracture ward is about to get their casts off, which is beautiful. That's slightly terrifying, but it's also $6,000. So, don't mind if I do. Absolutely don't mind if I do. We also need a pharmacy. Okay, well, we can do that. We can do a pharmacy. You are unable to get where you want to be. You might need to rearrange things. Wait, what? Where do you want to be? You're looking for work. How are you stuck? Like, what are you? I don't know what you might be stuck on. I got no idea. Let's just get a pharmacy in here. We'll do it in this corner. We can just do a standard, you know, pharmacy layout. Filing cabinet. We'll get an extinguisher sort of by the door. We'll do a radiator right about there. We can do a nice plant in that corner and in that corner. And we'll do, I don't know, a dog canvas on the wall. Make the room a bit nicer. We'll do a certificate sort of by the door. Make the room seem more legitimate. Not that it's not legitimate, but, you know. You see a certificate on the wall in a hospital and you think to yourself, this place means business, clearly. So, you know, that's what's going on there. So that'll be good. That'll be fine. We can go ahead and just approve that. I don't think we're going to need another nurse for it. We're probably all right without it. But I do think a few more benches might not be a bad idea. So we'll put one there. And then I think what we'll do is an energy drink machine and let's go with a luxury snack machine, because the luxury ones don't need restocked as often, which is probably kind of important. You know, it makes things a little bit easier for us. And wait, really? You've got to be kidding me. We have a fracture emergency. We have 5 That's going to be rough, because we don't have the space to accommodate them. I mean, we could get the space. We could expand the fracture. I think we're going to have to expand the fracture clinic. I think we're going to have to do this. But then, even that's not necessarily going to be enough room. It isn't. Oh boy. Interestingly, these guys can kind of be like stacked like this, and I don't know how I feel about it. They are all accessible doing this, though. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Bit of a weird layout. It seems some of them can be closer together. I don't like that. I don't like that. I feel like that's gonna. I feel like I'm gonna end up with doctors and nurses. They're like, hey man, I can't get to where I want to go. Right? That's kind of what that looks like to me. So we're gonna not do that. I can't get another bed there. I can get a bed here though. And that looks okay. In fact, even doing this looks okay, right? That doesn't look as chaotic. I guess if I moved everything, hold on a minute. I think we can get another one of these guys in here. I'm gonna need to move some stuff, but I think we can do it. There we go. I guess this kind of works. We got 5 beds instead of 3. It does expand into an area that I wasn't wanting to do much with right now anyway, but that's all right. We've also just managed to kill another person in the pharmacy. I want to say that you need trained, and you do. You absolutely do. Okay. So maybe one of these corner spaces becomes a training room instead of a anything else. So I think that's what we're going to do. It's not going to be the biggest of training rooms, but I think that's all right as well. So we'll just do a couple of little desks. We could squeeze another 2 in there, but I don't really want to. We'll keep training relatively minimal. And I could increase training speed as well, which I'm absolutely going to do, because I'd kind of like to, actually, I can't afford to do that. We absolutely can't afford to do that. Basic training. That's what we're going for. Basic training. So we have that. And now we have room for more benches as well. So a bench there. We'll do some benches here and here. Money is getting a little bit low, but I think we'll manage. We can do a, let's see, a leaflet stand right about there. And in terms of temperature, well, that's going to be the question, isn't it? We're looking a little bit cold in here, which I'm not thrilled about. So we'll do a radiator there, and that'll heat the space up, which is great. And I guess there would be the same place on the other side. It absolutely would. And then we have this space open. We have that space, which I guess I could put vending machines into. But I think for now, we'll just leave it be. And you, right there, are going to be getting training. You kind of need some pharmacy management is what you absolutely need. So we'll start that. Away you go. We're a little bit broke, but at least this way we'll stop killing people. And I think that's going to be kind of important. And there we go. Training is done. So hopefully you're going to stop being completely useless is what you're going to do. I've also gone ahead and set you to only work in the pharmacy. So you're going to be the only pharmacist that we have. So we are going to want to train you up eventually into things like treatment as well. I am sincerely hoping that you are a little bit less terrible now that you actually know how to manage a pharmacy. We're going to find out. We are going to find out. We're going to find out if does this person die, basically. So you chug it, you're fine. Beautiful. That's what we want. Also, the emergency doesn't have much time left, and it doesn't look like we're necessarily going to... Like, we have a queue of people waiting to get their casts off. So I feel like... I mean, we have a reporter come in. We cured 2 of 5. The thing is, we've cured them, right? It's just that getting the cast off is taking a little bit longer. That's a bit annoying, but whatever. We've at least, you know, cured them. We're gonna get the money regardless. We just don't get the bonus money, so it's fine. All right, it's all right. So you're going in, you're getting your casts off, and we didn't kill you, so that's a plus. We do have a bit of a pickle though, because we're starting to get demand for Deluxe, and we did have demand for the Pan's Lab as well. So as it stands, we're probably gonna have to just keep sending people home. You know, that's kind of where we're at until we start getting a bit more money coming in. You know, we can treat some people in wards, we can treat some people in pharmacies. The main goal here is to treat fractures and things like that, but we're gonna need to get like another plot of land. Either of these two would be great. Pan's Lab, for example. Now, let's send you home, but I'm pretty sure... So what do we need? Pan's Lab, can it be a 3x... It has to be 4x4. Deluxe can be 3x3 though. So I guess that's what we're gonna do here. I don't really want to put this right in like the middle of the hospital. I was hoping we'd have more diagnosis space in here, but I think at this point we kind of need the Deluxe in here, so that's kind of where we're at. We'll go ahead and get a... Where's the plant? There's the plant. We'll put a plant there. We'll put a plant, I guess there by the radiator. That's gonna go fine. And in terms of other things, fire extinguisher, of course, and that should be fine. So that'll be the Deluxe clinic. And I guess what we do is items, we go space bench. We put a space bench right there. And on this side, we want a... What do we want? What do we want? A leaflet stand. Just to stop people from getting bored. So that'll keep us in a good way. We can do a couple more benches just along here as well. And we could do another leaflet stand, but is it cold around here? It actually isn't. It's not too bad. So... I don't know, we could put rainwater. You know, we could do rainwater. I don't think we'll do it, but we could. We could do air conditioning, which I don't think we want. I think honestly just another leaflet stand on both sides. We're just going to use leaflet stands as much as possible to stop people from getting bored. And then in here, we'll just do a normal drinks machine, and we'll do a normal snack machine because we've done some fancy ones elsewhere. And we do a plant and a bench, basically. So the bench goes there, and the plant goes right on the corner. I'm also realizing I've not done much in the way of bins. So some bins are probably something we're going to want. So let's do a bin right there, and let's do a bin right there. And then we could do one in that corner, and we can do one in that corner as well. So we kind of have them all evenly spaced out. We could sort of do them in here as well. I think we will do a couple of bins just next to the plants, kind of hidden a little bit. And that seems like a good little bit of spacing for the bins. So this layout, I like it. I'm actually kind of enjoying this layout. Now, we're gonna need a doctor for the Deluxe clinic. Do I want to hire another doctor? I guess we could. Now, this guy can do radiology. This guy can do general practice, can do treatment. So Dan Rhubarb, you are absolutely hired. Might be a little excessive to hire you, but it's what we're gonna do, and hopefully good things happen. Okay, so we have a bit of a fracture emergency coming in. We can certainly deal with it, but I'll tell you what I'd like to do. I'd like to get my money up to about 30,000 so I can go ahead and buy this plot of land right here. Who did we just kill? What was wrong with you? You're bored and I mean, we've had that before, mate. You're gonna have to be more than bored and dying. I want this plot of land though, because I do want a Pan's Lab. We keep getting people. Oh no, there's an earthquake coming in. Oh boy. Oh no. It'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, there it is. Are we all right? Have we broken anything? Has anything been broken? We've discovered lycanthropy. That's fine. It doesn't seem like anything was actually broken, which is probably good. I'll tell you what though. Let's buy that. We're gonna buy that because we really do need Pan's Lab. We absolutely do. So what is this? Promote 3 staff? Sure. I'm sure we can do that. Send you home. We don't have a Pan's Lab clinic right now. We're gonna get one. We just don't have it right now, and that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We have a nicely laid out hospital. That's all that matters. We're also not making much money, but we have a nicely laid out hospital, and that's all that matters. Anyway, I think that's gonna do us for today's episode. Things are going okay. They're not bad, to be honest. It's a bit of a slower start than some of the other hospitals, but the space benches are kind of cool, so we have that going for us. We've got a really nice layout, so we have that going for us, and we don't really have massive queues yet, so we have that going for us as well. That's fine by me. That's fine by me. So yeah, we're gonna leave it there for today. Thank you very much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure as always, and as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.